What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? Chris back with you guys with some more cool videos. Now, we're going to do a two-part on this. It's going to be real quick. It's not going to be very long. One is about Sol, I believe it's 1845, this has been all over the internet. If you guys haven't seen it, it's not really a big deal, but it has been posted on a lot of Facebook pages. I seen it when I believe it was a gentleman called, it was James Tracy who had posted it on Facebook. I looked at it, so I'm going to give him credit for posting it. Although other people have seen it, you know, either way, I'm sure you guys have seen it. We're going to jump that. It's only about 15 days old as far as Sol-wise, roughly around there. So we're going to have a look at that right now. Let's jump into that. We'll go ahead and minimize this. Okay. Now, this again is from NASA, JPL, or Jet Propulsion Laboratory. And this is Sol 1845. And you can see right here, it's 10/14/2017. And of course, you guys know you're talking about couple weeks ago at best. Now, this is an interesting photo. Now, it doesn't say it here on the bottom. It doesn't say anything about, how big or large. There's no scale there, nothing like that. But I'm going to tell you right now, judging by this, it looks like, and this, I may be wrong on this, but it looks like there's an actual wheel tread mark right here, and maybe something right here. I'm not sure. I'm going to guess, if I had to throw a guesstimate on this, I'm going to say this is about a couple feet wide, 2 or 3 feet wide at best. And of course, it's just a guesstimate, like I said. But let's have a closer look at this, because this is pretty interesting. I think you guys will like this. Many people have seen this, but there's some things in this photo that just don't make any sense. Meaning, it's not naturally occurring. And you guys are I think you guys will agree once we've had a good look at this. Now, let's jump right into this, if it'll work for me. It probably won't. Okay. Computer's acting flaky lately. Okay, let's jump into this, because there's a couple things right off the bat that's kind of noticeable if you look at these photos. And clearly, again, they're not natural. Okay, first thing I thought of when I seen this. Now, keep in mind, they're rolling over this stuff. Now, it makes you wonder, are they trying to destroy it? Or, now I'm going to back out of this just for a second. I want to show you something. If they're rolling over this stuff, do they know that some of this or a lot of this is encrusted, and what they're trying to do is break it open to find out what it is or what it may be made of? Could very well be, right? Or they're just trying to destroy any kind of proof that may be. But in the process, they're actually uncovering a few things. So, and they're not covering them up. So let's have a close look now. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to show you the first things that are obvious, like these things right here. This to me is sticking literally right out of this whole, I'm going to call it a rock, which I don't believe that it is. These two objects right here alone. Now, I'm going to show you a better picture of it, too, in Photoshop, and I'll show you what I did. Now, right here alone, you can see where this thing comes out, slopes down, nice sharp corner, back down, and comes out. Now, initially, I thought this thing was actually, like something was supporting it, like let's call it like a pole, so to speak, kind of sticking up, but it's not. It's literally coming out of the rest of this, but this has been manipulated. And if you put it in any kind of forensics software, you'll see that it has been. It actually absolutely has been. The other piece to it is here is right on the side, right on the right-hand side. And again, James Tracy, I believe, is the one that's seen this first, or at least he had it posted on Facebook, and that's when I seen it. So credit and kudos goes to him for seeing this. But you can see right here, it looks flat, and then it has a smooth corner. And I wouldn't call it a 90 degree. It doesn't look like a 90 degree. See it? And it has a smoothness, and then it has this other piece sticking up. But check this out. Like this weird straight going across, and then at this corner, it goes down. Like this nice curvature, if you will, carving. To me, this is not a natural stone, guys. It just isn't. I don't believe it is, and I don't think anybody else with any common sense would think it is. But there's other kind of neat things there. I'm gonna back out of this because I want to show you this in Photoshop. Well, let's do it this way. Get out of that. Okay. So let's have a look at this. A little bit closer. That's a little too close. Again, this computer's acting flaky on me. But I want to show you a couple things that, again, is it covered up by dust or is it being covered by NASA? And we're going to, here's a perfect example. Let's have a look. Right here, you can see this squared off area. Very lightly outlined. See it? And you can see it's pretty crisp as far as the 90-degree angles on the corners. And you've got some kind of round thing or something sticking out with like this half-round area with another circle. like there's something else to this thing than just, a simple rock or just a part of the ground, if you will. Something else is metallic, it appears to be. Now, this could be nothing more than a shiny rock. We don't know. But it looks metallic in nature. It's possible. I don't believe what we're seeing here is even rocks. I think it's encrusted. It might have been a statue at some point. It could have been part of something. I don't know. The way they're covering this thing up is just insane. Check this out. Like this right here, it has this round piece. Well, I should say this is round here. You can see the brown piece sticking right out of there. It goes down. But you see this white piece doing this. It's got a slight curve to it. Got this line in the middle. And has what looks like little lines. Now, this could be just because it's low res, you see these little lines. That's a good possibility, right? Okay. And then you've got pieces that are sticking out that you just go, okay, come on. But let me bounce to this real quick. I want to show you this again. And I'm going to just to do a simple enhancement on this right here. Because what I do is I just took the dodge tool. And well, like this, if there's anything white there, it's going to pop. And if there's not, it just won't pop. It's as simple as that. But let's see. Now, check this out. I did all the white areas around here. Now, check this out. Whatever this is, look at this. It has this weird, I don't know if I want to call it just, I'm going to call it a detail. Now, is it like a carving type thing? Is it just a part of something intelligently made, and that this thing is actually, you're seeing like the features of it, like just parts of whatever it is, right? I'm looking at this and I'm seeing this. I'm going, really? Look at this. There's no way, guys. Just, again, this thing's getting on my goddamn nerves. Excuse my French here, but see this right here? It goes off, goes down. No way. And you can see where they like fudge this out to block the rest of this. And you can see, again, look at this white area right here. More white. That means this whole thing is probably white. And you can see right behind it. If you look carefully, you see 1, 2, almost like these, I don't know, for lack of better words, I want to call them like either tubes, whatever they may be, only because they have this roundness and they're straight. Hard to tell. But whatever it is just, it's just like I said, there's parts of these things that are in this. Let's move up to this. This one here blew my mind because this is interesting. Check this out. Well, let me do it this way first. This would be better. Let me go ahead and show some real color here, right? And then I'm going to show you this. This thing is cool. Let me show you the bottom again real quick. And you can see that. Now, roll up to this thing. This thing's cool because I'm looking at this thing and I said it looks like a box. See it right here at the top? Has this weird V'd out area, but if you look, I'm going to go back to the color, the original. Check this out. It has this pattern. See, it has like this cut out. It has features to it. Whatever the features may be, I couldn't tell you, but has this square piece right here. In fact, I'm going to do this. Right here. Right here. And it has what looks like something sticking straight out of it. Another square. Whatever this thing is bizarre. And it has what looks like a square opening to it. See that? Now, the bizarre part is here. Check this out. What the hell? It almost looks like a propeller. You can see there's 1, 2, 3. See the curvature of it? 4. But there's something else sticking out right there. Almost looks like a pipe type thing. Whatever the hell this thing is, check this out. It goes like this here. I'm just going to back out just a hair bit. There's white, and of course it's blocked. Huh. Surprise, surprise. And then something white going down into the rest of this. But you can see where they blocked this right here. See this? This has digitally been blocked. Look at it. Right here. And then there's something behind that. So whatever this thing is like I said, this is not just natural rock. Let's just put it that way. Let me go up here. Check this out. On the left, or on the right rather. This piece hanging right off the side of this rock. Now is it just, well, so-called rock? See, they can just sit there and just color this and give it any kind of texture they want. So right off the bat you go, well, clearly it's a rock. Now this could very well be just a rock, meaning is it a statue? It could have been in like part of a structure. Who knows? How do they build their stuff? Who knows, right? Let's go over here. This is pretty interesting. Check this thing out. Right here. Small, but nonetheless it's there, right? Through this, between these rocks, let's drop down here a minute. And you can see where they got this right here. I don't know what that is. Check this out. See that right there? It's just like it's got this 90-degree angle. Supposedly part of this. But what is that, guys? I mean, I'm just looking at it going, that's just weird. This white piece looks like it has a hole. See this right here? Looks like it has a hole in it. Piece coming out. But it doesn't stop there. Check it out. look for lines, not so much the colors of the bright or the dark, right? Goes like this. You can see it. Goes like this. Comes right out here. See, you can actually see it just behind this obfuscation. See it? Okay. So it makes you wonder, guys, is this really, look at this, something else white right here. And what they do is they do their best to block this crap right out. I mean, they do their damnedest to get this stuff out. And it's aggravating. But on the other side of the token, again, it's like they're leaving, just clues for you. Anybody who wants to see it can actually find it. And it's there. This thing here alone just blew my mind. I'm just like, wow, what the hell is that? Clearly that is not normal. That is not a simple rock you'd find in nature, right? And again, it has what looks like this weird cutout, and then it has these little weird features on there, and you can see that. Well, let's do it this way too. Of course, that makes it really bright, so it's hard to see the details on the top, but then it does brighten up over here, and you can see this a little bit better. See that? And you can see like there's something right here, there's something white behind there. I don't think these are actually fins. I think there's something else that's intricate that has these pictures, that has these pieces sticking up. What it is, I couldn't tell you. But again, I think the whole picture is maybe 3-4 feet in width. Tops. Absolutely tops. Because I could tell by the way they ran over this stuff, it's right there in front of the rover. So I'm guessing somewhere around, let's even stretch it to 6 feet in width, the swath of this area. I don't even think it's quite that big. I think it's even smaller than that. I think it's within 2 or 3 feet wide, and that's pretty much it. But anyway, guys, you tell me what you think it is. Now, I'm going to jump over to this because this is pretty cool. I think you guys will like this. This was from, it says, webcam surveys high clouds on Mars. Now, if you haven't seen this, this is pretty cool because, check this out. And of course, it's a webcam on Msss. Mars Express has acquired an unprecedented catalog of more than 21,000 images, providing a global survey of unusual high-altitude Martian clouds. Now, you can see that where they actually do that, and you can see an example of sequence of images taken by Msss Mars Sequence Visual Monitoring Camera as a limb cloud. That's what they're calling it. See, it kind of like looks like it goes out on a limb. Came into view on 7th of March 2013 from top to bottom. The images were taken at, of course, it tells you the time, military, of course. And then, right here, when the Mars Express spacecraft of the European Space Agency, or ESA, depending on how you want to pronounce it, arrived at Mars in late 2003. It released a lander called Beagle 2, and I think that's the one that got lost. The lander failed to deploy fully after touchdown down on Mars surface, rather. But the orbiter has been successfully performing scientific measurements since early 2004. Now, this is pretty cool. Now, 21,000 images. I don't know about you, but I've never seen 21,000 images. I don't know if you have, but I haven't, right? So, but anyway, what I think is really neat is that when you look at this, now check this out. We can go down to right here at this point. I'm going to give you this page so you guys can check this out yourself. When you stop this video that they give you at 12 seconds, it's only 22, long. What the hell is all that, though? I get the cloud thing. This makes sense to me. See this? Yeah, come on. This is an atmosphere. Now, let me show you something I think you guys will like. Let me drop down here. Back out of here. Now, this is what I've seen. Now, I just rotated. You can see it right here. And it says looking at the limb, right? This, to me, is more reasonable by doing autocolor. Not just the autocolor, but actually doing it manually and bringing it down. This is what I've got. Now, you can do any kind of, just look up an atmosphere. Just put Earth's atmosphere from space and just look at it. It's got the same thing. And of course, you'll see a lot of times you'll show like Aurora Borealis, playing off the atmosphere, so on and so forth. You'll see that, which is pretty interesting. But you can compare the two photos. This is Mars. Now, of course, they give you this crappy piece of shit color here, or this baby puke, call it what you will. I don't believe that's the real picture. Now, let's suppose it is, and I'm wrong. That's fine, too. I still see what looks like an atmosphere. See this right here? Do you understand that this is probably miles upon miles, man? This is like a tenth or a quarter of the planet they're showing here. Okay, and this, it's one thing to see a cloud right here, like when you get them high top clouds, which usually implies what? Well, at least here on Earth, it usually means a big storm, because when you get the real high top clouds. But you can actually see the clouds right here on Mars. So what is this? If you look at this, these are actually clouds. Now, is it possible it's nothing more than a dust storm? Good possibility. Is it possible it could even be, of course I'm reaching on this, but is it possible that it's volcanic activity? That's a possibility. I don't believe that the planet's dead, so anything's possible, right? Now, I believe these look like clouds to me. Now, if that's true, then what is all of this? This to me is an atmosphere. And the second you do the colors, this becomes blue. And of course, I just add a little more exposure, brought up the brightness a little bit. And there you go. So you guys tell me what you think is going on here between this photo here. And you can see that real quick. You can just see some of these little details. That, yeah, clearly these are not. Look at that. These don't look like just your standard run-of-the-mill rock. And you can see where they literally cut this off, man. Look at this. This is crazy. I'm going to zoom in for you guys because I know a lot of you guys are using these smaller phones and stuff like that. Right here. Jump in a little bit more. Okay. I don't know if that's 500. What is that? Is that 500%? Yeah, that's 500 right there. Okay, that's the best we can jump in on this. But anyway, you can see that right there, this straight piece and going down. This piece comes straight out and then drops down, nice 90-degree angle. Come on, guys. Look, seriously, how much do we have to see to go, oh, you know, more people, we still got people saying these are rocks. They're absolute rocks. Okay. I mean, if you guys believe that, I mean, that's fine with me. You're only hurting yourself because I'm going to tell you what. Anybody with common sense would go, oh, well, you know, that doesn't make any sense. Let me see if this is the one. Okay. And again, I'll zoom in real quick because I can zoom in a little bit more on this. And there you go, guys. You guys tell me what you think this stuff is. And again, we're going to jump up here to this wild-looking thing that almost looks like a boat propeller. Right here. I don't know what that is, and I'm not sure that it is anyway, because the way, but whatever it is, it has pieces sticking out. And again, you can see this piece of white going through, and of course it's all blocked, and then goes down into this, whatever the bigger piece is, right? And you can see right here, guys, look at this. These weird patterns. See that? And it has this nice smooth line in between it. This is not a rock. Whatever that is, it's not a rock. And again, you've got your opening here. This side opening right there. And these little intricate pieces. And again, we're going to go back so we can see these little details. See, there's something round right here. It's got this round outline. Something white right here, and you can see it's been, you can, oh, this is funny, I love this. Because what they do is they'll actually show a piece, look at this. It's almost, now this could be shadowed, but I don't think it is. I think they just try, because see this right here, they try to just color this out. There's something right there, you can actually see it almost looks like this pipe type thing right here, but they went like this and they just blurred the whole thing out. Right there you can see where they stopped. And you can see this round piece right here, going like this here. But anyway, guys, you guys will have the picture to check this out yourselves. And every time I see this, look, another piece right here. What is this right here on the ground? Again, doesn't look like a natural rock to me. You can see what looks like it's either round or indentations in this. 1, 2, and it has this like 2 pieces of something in the middle of the 2. What is that? Now, let's brighten it up a little bit. See that? What is it? There's intricate pieces laying on the ground here. I don't know if they, like I said, I don't know if they purposely broke this thing apart just to see what it is. Or they have already looked at it, and now they just dressed it up to make it look completely like rocks. Because like I said, I mean, anybody can go into Photoshop and take something like this and totally put a different texture on it and say, oh, it's a rock. Or it is a rock, and it's probably a statue. We don't know. Either way, bizarre stuff, and clearly doesn't look like it's natural to me. I don't think it does. I think there's crazy stuff in here. And again, we got these little weird, funky things that look like below the dirt right there, which has a circle right there, a half circle right here, and stuff right there. I'm going to just, and something that looks like, you can see right there, it's got a little bit of that, whatever that is, got that kind of weird pewter, like a pewter color, and has right here. But whatever that is, you could almost bet. Check this out. Got that nice curvature, whatever that is. Nah. Sorry, guys. There's no way this is all natural. And when I say all natural, meaning I'm sure a lot of this is rock and dirt and so on and so forth. I don't believe that it is. Whatever this object is clearly not. Again, you got that weird thing sticking out and you got these white pieces. But there's something right there that looks like almost like that weird pewter color as well. Is it a piece of metal? Possibility, right? Anyway, guys, like I said, I'm not going to keep this too long. I didn't want to make it long to begin with. And again, I'll give you this link here so you can check this out. This is where I stopped at 12 seconds, and that looks like an atmosphere to me. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was just right here. You go, oh, okay, then it is some kind of weird cloud that's, you know, it's just a tall cloud, so on and so forth. But again, if it's a tall cloud, that tells me, at least here on Earth, it's usually a storm cloud because they get, you know, they really get tall, you know, when they get really active and so on and so forth. So I'll let you guys have a look at that. With that page, you get the link. And of course, you guys tell me what you think is going on. But anyway, guys, got some cool stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that. I got some gigapans I'm going to be going over. I've got some new things going on with the channel I think you guys are going to like. You know, it'll require your help as well. So it'll be a lot of interaction, so on and so forth. So some good changes coming. Stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Have yourself a good day, and I will see you in the next video.